crazy.
I swear to God, Neil, I will leave.
How can you ever really know what you want in life if you don't really know who you are?
Dr. Eris.
Therapist Eris Huemer.
Dr. Eris Huemer.
Dr. Eris Huemer.
Dr. Eris Huemer.
We're in session with the doctors of LA Shrinks. Inside the hit new reality show, sharing all their secrets
It's a very scary thing to be so vulnerable.
and getting into their heads.
This woman is coming up with every excuse now and not taking responsibility for what she did when she cooked her baby. This child was totally neglected and not cared for. And so if she was drunk, if she was drinking, then who was taking care of this child? She neglected it.
That's the point. That's Tiffany's
the whole point. Either way, she murdered the child.
She directly or indirectly is responsible for that.
Exactly. This mother is asking for an appeal. This baby doesn't get an appeal. This baby got the death penalty.
And Eris, I don't want to out you, but I know you are...
I am 7 months pregnant.
7 months pregnant. I see you stricken by this story.
As a mental health professional, I want to bring up postpartum depression, postpartum psychosis. Yep. I think it's all relevant and very important to talk about. And we can bring this up so that women aren't scared to talk about not connecting to their child.
Why would a mother bring in a convicted felon with a record like this and expose her child to him?
He manipulated her. He coerced her. He's a pathological liar. He's very charming. He is, to the book, a sociopath.
Joining us as well, psychotherapist Eris Huemer. I'll start with you, Eris.
It's a case of the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree, and a case of monkey see, monkey do. This kid has been vying for his father's attention for his entire life. His father has repeated crimes and has been in jail, and this child has so much trauma in his past that how can this child not act out? A lot of this is hereditary versus learned behavior.
I'm a relationship expert. I actually help people who are in strife and discord find love, and that's my expertise. I couldn't even imagine giving couples advice to be working on their relationship if I'm not doing it in my own life. That would make me a fraud. They say love is blind and marriage is an eye-opener. There are different aspects of love, but at the end of the day, love is all that really matters. That's what keeps your heart going. That's what makes life worth living. Lack of communication is the #1 issue with couples. It depends on your childhood and how your parents communicated and how you were taught to communicate. And if they didn't teach you properly, then you don't know how to communicate as an adult in a relationship. You have to love yourself before Neil can love you.
You know, I never looked at it that way. You really think that you know something. You don't.
If you haven't solved those childhood issues within yourself, then you're not going to be able to have a happy relationship with yourself. And if you can't have a happy relationship with yourself, you can't have a happy love relationship. It just doesn't work. How is that for you to hear this?
It's a bit eye-opening. It makes me look at it different. So I think I understand you a little bit more.
This is a huge revelation for you guys. This is really big to be able to know this now about your relationship. The vulnerability is coming through, and it makes him want to touch you. Do you see this? I mean, he's reaching over to you, just showing how much he loves you. So it was never about the sex with Kimberly and Neil. It was about an emotional connection and learning how to emotionally connect with one another.
So we are going to try and get into all of these things within ourselves. How many of you guys have people that you have difficulty communicating with? All of us, right? How many of you guys want better communication with these people you have difficulty communicating with? So I'm going to help you with that. So here we are at environmental press, like boom, boom, boom. They're having all they're talking about their thoughts, you know, with one another. As a mom, as a wife, as owning a company, like I have to look at myself and see all of these areas in my life, because even when you're at work, you're still looking at love, work, play, mind, body, soul. You have to have the balance in your life to be fully there in any of the areas. To be truthful in one area, you have to be truthful in all areas.